So one of the questions we got asked is, do we currently support pulling bulk data on inbound placement fees for when you're sending inventory into Amazon? So like to know how much you're being charged. Well, I put that through our MCP, Claude and MCP. I asked, can you tell me how much breakdown fees there are? So it started pulling through the different places, the show tables. It looks for transactions. And it's looking through a bunch, and then it finally found it in the transaction table after pulling all the different fee types that are available that are related to inbound in the transaction table. So after digging around, it did give us all the fees like inbound transportation and inbound convenience fees, inbound shipment carton levels. This is like the per box level, and then inbound defect fee and a bunch of other fees that are here. But this is a lot amount because it's pulling the whole history, but you can just pull it from last month or the month before. But this shows the power of the Claude AI versus and connected to our Seller Labs MCP server, because you don't have to have SQL, and you don't even have to be an expert where the data is housed for it to traverse through that and find it themselves. I personally would not have gone to the transaction table, and I would have gone to the SL transaction pivot. I would have used the SL transaction pivot because it's a little bit more human readable, because it's one order per line rather than transactions is multiple order per line. But that just goes to the power of Claude being able to pull that data through the transactions table. So but either way, that's a couple of ways to get to the data of the inbound placement fees. You have the straight access to the underlying raw table, or the SL transaction pivot, which is our equivalent of the being the unified transaction report on Amazon. So I hope that helps. See you next time.